This is the Transit Line Daypack 24 liter in black from Heimplanet. And it's a bag I like on paper, but it didn't work out for me in real life. I bought this one in 2023. I tried it out for a day. I didn't love it. I stuck it on the shelf, and it's kind of been there ever since. Recently, I pulled it back out, enjoyed it for one last day of carry, and now I'm sending it to someone else for some new adventures. Let's take a closer look. Heimplanet. Heim equals home, so Heimplanet. Heimplanet is a German outdoor brand focused on combining the best technical features with clean and simple design. Those are their words. They just opened a US warehouse in Colorado, so shipping should be faster and cost less, and I bet you'll start seeing more Heimplanet products in the US pretty soon. Now, as mentioned, this bag is from the Transit Line. Other bags in the Transit Line include a 28 liter and a 34 liter. Now, I don't think this model has been updated since my purchase, but if it has, it's still very similar. This is the summer of 2025 when I'm recording. I kind of want to start off by saying that this is a great bag. Really good materials and really good design and craftsmanship. My issue is that the layout just isn't optimal for me and the stuff I carry, and I didn't find it all that comfortable. So that's it. That's my whole review. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. No, I'm just kidding. I know you need a little more. First, let's talk about its size. It's 19.7 inches tall, 11.8 inches wide, and 7.1 inches deep. And it weighs about 2.2 pounds. Shoulder strap length. The padded part is 17.5 inches, and the nylon webbing is 18.5 inches. That's fairly respectable. It's constructed using Dico shell fabric, which is a dope-dyed nylon blend. This method of dyeing incorporates color into the yarn during production, significantly reducing water, CO2, energy, and chemical usage compared to traditional dyeing processes. I think this is similar to what Evergoods is doing lately. The main fabric features an 840D by 660D nylon weave. It also includes a PU coating and a DWR finish, enhancing its water resistance. The lining of the backpack is made from spun-dyed polyester, which contributes to its sustainability. For hardware, the backpack utilizes YKK zippers and aluminum components. So this bag has a very unique layout. So let's just start looking at this layout. First of all, it's got side access for your laptop. And you stretch that big that opens up real wide. You can actually get in there and access some of your stuff. What they're going for is a backpack that you sling around and have the ability to open up and get to a lot of your daily things. Now that's all well and good if that's what you're after. If that's not good enough, it's actually a full clamshell opening like that. It is oriented vertically so that you can access it from the laptop pocket. Now that is pretty innovative, pretty unique, pretty cool. I like the idea of that. But one of the things that didn't really work out for me is these neoprene-y, meshy, kind of stretchy pockets. Just, I don't know, they didn't fit my stuff super well. I didn't carry the types of things that makes this all that necessary. I got a battery, USB battery here, it's pretty big. Got a little notebook. And this one, field notes. This is the Huckberry collab. Pretty cool little thing if you're into field notes. my little medicine kit for the daily carry. I call these my little ready kits. Medicine and, chapstick and lotion and things. Afterbite, because I live in Atlanta and Georgia. Mosquitoes are everywhere. So, okay, so those kinds of things were in here, but when I've got these things packed in there as well, like, it makes getting those things kind of difficult. Let's just say if you're actually using the bag let's say you got a packing cube in there, or you got, quite a few things in there, you can't really access, it's really difficult to access some of this stuff. So I found those admin pockets to be not that useful. These pockets here on the lid, on the clamshell opening, these are good pockets. This is a big ass mesh pocket with has some of its own little depth. Pretty big. It can store quite a bit. And then up here is another pocket with some of its own depth to hold whatever. I got more cables in there. But they are oriented sort of in a more traditional way. So you are not able to access those in this orientation. So you have to open it up at least part way to get to the top one. Let's orient ourselves here. So you at least open it this much to get to that one, or all the way to get to this one. So full clamshell, not my favorite daily carry style bag. Now, granted, this fits into the transit line, so it's a little bit more of a real small travel bag. But still, full clamshell mixed with this vertically oriented access, it's just a mixture that I'm having a little trouble with. So for me, it really comes down to these pockets they're a bit prescriptive, and my stuff just didn't feel right when I tried to use it. I don't have such an active lifestyle that I need side access for everything. Now, I like it for camera access, but I don't need it for daily carry stuff. I don't pull out my laptop while I'm walking between train stops, but I might with my camera. One thing you'll notice is if I set this thing up, there is no water bottle pockets, external water bottle pockets. That's a significant knock against it. I bought this bag kind of back before I realized how important it was to me that it had external water bottle pockets. I think the layout probably works for many people, so I'm not even saying this is like a negative. I think it's great that there are options for different people, and it's okay for bags not to work out for you or for me for whatever reason, but I support brands taking a chance and making something different. Not enough companies make something different. Now let's see what else we got. We got a pocket here on the front. This is just kind of a quick access pocket. Couple things, headphone, AirPods, some chapstick, and just quick access. You might put some sunglasses in there. That's on the front. It doesn't take up the entire front. It's kind of just right above the zipper and kind of right under the zipper, so it's not this whole compartment. You also see on the front, it's got these lash points. They make and sell separately straps to connect to those, so you can connect put other things on here. Like if you got to carry a skateboard, or maybe you want a compression strap that you can hook a jacket to or something like that. But they're sold separately. What that also brings me to the idea that it does not have a sternum strap. No sternum strap. That is sold separately. No hip belt. That too is sold separately, although it can attach to these little mounting points here on the bottom. It does have this luggage pass-through, but it's a vertically oriented luggage pass-through, so you got to turn the bag to set it over your luggage. But that's not too bad. It's got little lash points here on the straps, and the straps themselves they're quite thin. These are very thin straps, and they have a bit of like a neoprene quality foam feel to them. It feels like it feels kind of like what if it's full of neoprene in there. I did not find this to be all that comfortable. I think this bag might have made my already messed up back hurt more than other backpacks do. I think maybe it's the lack of a sternum strap. Now, sometimes my back hurts when I carry a backpack, and sometimes it doesn't. I've been working with a physical therapist on identifying and fixing my issues, but I thought I was doing well. Then I took this bag, fully loaded up, along with me on a neighborhood walk with the dog, and my back pain flared up real bad. I had to take the bag off and carry it with the handles. So I was walking around the neighborhood carrying it like this. Now, I want to be clear that this is definitely mostly a me problem, but I didn't have the same situation with other bags during that week. Could have been my shoes or the way I slept or something I ate that day, but I just wanted to share my story for the sake of transparency and thoroughness. And I don't even really want to test this bag further in case it is this bag that makes my back hurt. I want to touch on the handles. There's a nice seatbelt material handle here on the top, and there's one on the side if you want to carry it briefcase style. There's a tiny bit of branding here, a little rubber tag that says Heimplanet. There's branding here on the front. It's a reflective branding, so that one's actually functional. And then there's branding here on the back on the luggage strap that says Heimplanet. There's also one on the shoulder strap. So they're not afraid of putting their name on. It's also on the zipper pulls. So they're not afraid of putting their name on these products all over the place, but it's pretty tastefully done. I don't have too much of a complaint. There's a kind of a weird little pocket here on this side. It's like pretty small. Here's the tag for the bag. It's pretty small. Like it's too small for a water bottle. I guess maybe like here's a iPhone 14 Max, and it will fit in there, but just barely. So like, I guess maybe that's like just for a phone. And it's oriented more for access while you're wearing the bag. You can kind of reach behind you and unzip this and pull something out. But it's not a very big pocket, so I don't really know what the use case for this pocket is. Let's look at this laptop compartment in a little more detail. It fits my 16-inch MacBook Pro just fine. I also have an iPad crammed in there. So it's holding both an iPad with the case and a 16-inch MacBook Pro, and those fit in just fine, but there's not a separate pocket for your iPad. So that's another little tiny layout issue that I wish were different, was I wish it had an iPad pocket. So what do you think? Am I being too harsh on this product? Am I being helpful to share this kind of video? This hasn't received my usual testing period. I tried it, didn't care for it, put it on the shelf. I don't have as much of a strong opinion on, I didn't test this thing for 2 weeks. I didn't take it to South Africa on a trip. I didn't do any of those things. I got it. I looked at it in my room. I took it on a daily carry. I walked around the neighborhood with it, and and that's enough for me to know that it's not the right bag for me, but I'm not sure it's enough for me to make a video on. Is it enough for me to make a video on? I want you guys to tell me in the comments what you think. Sometimes I think I'm going to make content that is like rigorously tested, which means I may miss stuff. It means I may not fully have a great understanding of its, the best case scenario and the worst case scenario. So definitely don't have the full durability test. From what I can tell, this bag is well made and it looks nice. It's got a nice silhouette. I just don't think the layout quite works for me, and I think they could update and improve these shoulder straps a little bit and make them a little more comfortable and include a sternum strap. At this price point, I think it needs a sternum strap. Now, I'm just finishing up my review of the packed 22-liter Daypack. If you want to contrast this bag with another great bag at a similar price point and almost the same size. The link is right up there and in the description. Now, bottom line. Let's bottom line this thing. This is a bag I like and respect. It feels nice to the touch, but it belongs on someone else's shoulders. I still plan to try some other Heimplanet gear in the future, and I hope this video has been helpful. And if you like the idea of me sharing my thoughts on bags that I'm lukewarm on, please show some love in the comments. Catch you on the next one.